Well, good morning folks, welcome back to the channel. Slightly different vlog this time than what we've been posting normally. And this of course is the reality of travelling in a van. You need to drive to get between places. We haven't done a huge amount of driving now. It'll be 5 weeks tomorrow since we got here. And if you look on a map, I'll put a little map up now, we haven't really moved a huge amount. I think we probably only, if we drove straight there, 3 hours or so away from Bilbao, which is a bit crazy.
There's so much to do though, so much.
Especially in the PINTXOS de Europa.
Yeah.
I'm very sad to be
Yeah, I am
leaving.
actually as well. I'm not sure we're making the right decision going to the coast, but we'll give it a go and we can always just drive back if it's not working for us.
A bit closer, aren't we? Whoop. So we drove out of the, finished off the walk at the very misty lakes yesterday, but that was last time for you guys, and then drove out to one hour in a town. Didn't put any footage up. wasn't that great. And that's the thing about whenever you're just using hours as a service point, you are going to come across some that are, you just don't feel comfortable. And we have this kind of rule.
Well, I didn't want to say because Nigel had been driving quite a while and was tired, and I didn't like it, but I didn't want to sort of say so. So I was glad when he made the decision, said, should we move on to the next one? It's only like 15 minutes away.
And we came here, and as you can see, it's quite nice,
It's really
nice.
nice.
It's set outside of the little town called Nava, and 9 spaces, so very quiet, very clean. And yeah, so it was nice to be here. And where we've parked, we got quite a nice view onto what looks like a sweet corn field. So we are now starting to make our way west. We're going to go west, south, then west again, making our way over to the Galician coast. But this vlog is really just going to be about covering our experiences over these next couple of days as we drive. Not sure exactly where we're going to stop, but we'll just make it up as we go along.
I think there are a couple of nice towns like Oviedo and Leon, however you say it.
Where you get free PINTXOS.
PINTXOS, apparently. But we're kind of not loving town visits, but that's just us. So we may not bother stopping.
We may move on.
I think being in the mountains and the trails and the scenery, we've kind of liked getting away from things. But we'll see how it pans out.
Yeah. Right, guys. Well, we just got to pack up a few bits and pieces here, and then we shall hit the road. We've got to do our weekly shopping as well, our sort of 4-day shopping as well. So the excitement of it all. Right, catch up on the road.
What are you doing to me? I've literally just leapt out the car as soon as we've stopped. Yet again, it's absolutely terrifying roads. So we avoided the toll roads to save a bit of money, and it's again been the journey from hell.
Plus, I think that the petrol we've spent coming up this hill probably is double what we would have paid on the toll road, but we won't tell her that. Don't mind her, she's scoffing. So we're having some of that cheese that we got, what's the word? Is that the cheese falling?
Butter.
No. We're having that cheese that we got rouged into buying from some little old lady who came out of our cheese house. Still convinced she lives in a mansion in Bilbao and just serves cheese at the weekends. But we'll see what it's like. You've already seen it in its wonderful settings in front of the scene. Now I see it in front of my face. Doesn't look like I'm getting any crisps either.
Oh.
Well, I have to say the cheese was rather nice indeed.
Really, really good. Really good.
And now, despite having driven up here for the last 15 minutes, oh goodness me, his car's about to catch fire.
That's not looking good.
No. We still have more uphill to go. And of course, what goes up must come down. So we have arrived in Leon, or just on the outskirts of Leon in the little Air. And I think we were talking about this morning, about the whole, how comfortable are you in a particular park up spot versus not being comfortable. And this is one that...
Well, we couldn't get into the air spaces. It's absolutely chocker. So we're in a like normal parking space. And I'm not 100% comfortable, but Nigel's persuaded me to stay and it's okay.
Well, I think we've got two options. We either leave the Air and drive on another half an hour to another town, to another Air, or we stay. And this is one of those situations where I think when you're coming and visiting bigger towns and bigger cities, you just take a lottery in terms of spaces. We've come out to try to cheer someone up with a cup of tea and a slice of cake.
I can't find anywhere.
Can't find any cake, so
I'm not
anyway.
cheered up yet.
Anyway, we're in Lyon and we may or may not be staying at this hour, but we'll see how we go. So we decided not to go for coffee outside. We just come back to the van and grabbed the coffee, and then Nicola had to lay down. She tells me she wasn't sleeping, but I don't believe her. And now she is doing a little bit of work. We also have fashioned some privacy. You can probably see that there, but probably going to get a little. Anyone's any recommendations for something that you can put up? Obviously the VWs don't have the factory fitted fly screens, but it'd be nice to put something up there that gives you just a little bit of privacy while also letting some airflow around. So we're unsure what we're going to do, whether we're going to eat here and then wander into Lyon, or wander into Lyon and go on a little bit of a PINTXOS crawl. My vote is for the latter, but who knows whether I'll be vetoed or not. It is only Tuesday after all, but hey, we're on holiday. Yeah, she just gave me that eye to say, we're not on holiday, this is life. Well, she made me cook. No tapas for monkey.
I did not make you. Such a liar.
Cooking some pasta. It is literally about 50 degrees in here. Because obviously again, because we're not in one of the official spaces in the air, it's difficult what you can and can't do. So it's mucho calor. And that, as they say, is the hottest part of the day over with. Cooking in the van when it's already 25, 26 degrees outside. I won't show you what's behind me, but Nicola is currently doing a very important bit of work in her under pantalones. So yeah, let's just hope that she doesn't accept that Zoom call from her boss. Once Nicola finishes her bit of important undergarment work, we will put some clothes on her and we will mooch down into Lyon. Ooh, that car's going, and I guarantee within about a minute another van's going to pull in there. After a little bit of a stressful time with the old
work. We're a bit late going out. We're about 2 hours too late going out.
But then again, in Spain, we're not actually late going out.
No, we're actually early still.
So we are going to do a little bit of a whistle-stop tour of some of the sights, sounds and pastries of Lyon Old Town. First up, I guess it's that replica Spitfire. Is that a Spitfire, do you reckon?
I think so.
So there you
Maybe.
go. Replica yellow Spitfire. Right, on to the nunnery.
Convent.
Nunnery in old money. It is an absolutely glorious evening. Stunning. Of course, it's going to absolutely mess craziness with the exposure. Look at that, whoa! Anyway, enough of that, Nigel. Mosey on. I really want a scooter. Really would love a scooter. I think it'd be quite good to bimble about the streets on. Probably last about 10 minutes and then we wouldn't be able to charge it again until we went to an electric hub, but hey, still want a scooter. So we think we've actually walked past the nunnery and made it straight to the museum, which is actually pretty impressive.
It's beautiful, absolutely
gorgeous.
beautiful.
And in that shade, it's a lovely temperature as well. Seems to be a lovely square that people probably just come and hang out in.
That is some building.
Tostadas.
That is some building. You're talking about food. Have you not looked at this?
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
It is beautiful. Probably do it with tapas. So that was the convent of St. Marcos and the museum of St. Marcos. Oh, we're being...
Hello.
And apparently the...
the introducer of tourism in Lyon.
And what was his name?
Pellegrino.
Yep.
Pellegrino.
Pellegrino managed.
Pellegrino's a drink.
Well, Pellegrino also
Pellegrino.
managed Manchester City very badly at one point. I
Pellegrino.
don't think he started tourism. Right, we are going this way. As usual, I'm in complete control because someone, I don't know where we're going.
I've been working for the last 2 hours.
True, she's paying for the PINTXOS. So this is one of the things we love to do, just bimble around streets. But it is quite funny getting Nicola to direct us. I was having a bit of stress trying to do the camera work and direction, so I've handed Google Street Maps over to Nicola, and the first thing she said was, "How does this work?" I've had to keep prompting her. So, oh, we have a green man. We are gonna Mitchy Touch. Oh, the green man's flashing.
Oh.
Actually, you were flashing your boss earlier. Right, I think she's actually brought us to the right place. Let's see. And on our second whistle stop tour of Lyon, the Basilica, which is actually getting some work done to it, so
Yes.
it's a little bit kind of...
I think it looks like there's going to be a museum inside, or there may be a museum inside. We're not really sure. We haven't done any research.
No research whatsoever, as usual. But the actual little piazza, and you can hear by the words I'm using, reminds me a lot of Italy.
Yeah, it is very Italian
And
looking.
now I want pasta.
You had pasta
All the pasta,
for tea.
but not pasta made by me. Where's next time?
Apparently there's a building by Gaudi, so
It's only because I just told you that.
we're going to go try and find that.
But where is it?
I don't know.
Mm.
Hang on, I'll look it up. Gaudi. Do I just put Gaudi in?
We'll be right back.
I'm being distracted.
Too busy nabbing.
Well, they're filming something over there, and I wonder what it was.
We're filming something over here. Let's wonder what that is. Anyway, have we found the Gaudi house?
We have. I had it on my little thingy, but then you can spot it a mile
You
off.
can spot the Gaudi
Yeah.
house ever because it just looks horrible.
Oh, I love his work.
No,
I
no.
love it. It's got no appreciation.
Probably you could say it.
I don't normally of architecture, but I really, really like Gaudi.
So before we move on to the next place, which is...
The old town. Although we may be here, I'm not sure.
She was listening to me after all. The one thing that really strikes you whenever we were looking up the street here to our right, your left,
The amount of people.
see the way she turned off there again?
I was looking at Gaudi sitting on the bench over there.
In
Not
fact-
obviously the real one.
In fact, we could go and sit. Oh no, there are people climbing all over Gaudi now. Poor Gaudi.
We could go and sit next to Gaudi. What do you reckon? I think we should.
No, there's children climbing all over him.
Yeah, they'll be gone in a minute. Children get bored really quickly. Yeah, look, they're being dragged away by the parents.
And we made our way over to Gaudi. But I'm sitting here, yeah, and I'm just going to say that the seat and Gaudi is rather warm.
It is, isn't it?
And that's because 10,000 people have probably sat here,
No, he's not that warm actually.
and at least half of them,
Probably have COVID.
exactly. So this is no longer Gaudi seat, this is COVID seat we're sitting on. Well, you would say you Gaudi. Anyway, we were going to say something.
Was I? I don't know.
I don't-
There's just, yeah, you wouldn't think there was a pandemic, seriously. This is the busiest place I think we've seen.
Yeah.
It's mobbed, absolutely
really,
mobbed.
really mobbed.
Yeah, it's a bit concerning really.
But again, we're part of the problem because we're here too,
We are.
lathering ourselves all over Gaudi.
In fact, we should probably move and let somebody else slobber over
Yep,
Gaudi.
Yep. Let's get off the Gaudi seat. And now we're looking for...
I've got no idea because I don't know what it's called in Spanish.
2 minutes. It's always funny watching her start. Oh, we're off. Bye, Gaudi.
I've got the hang of it, I think.
To be fair, where we're going to next is apparently where all the PINTXOS are.
Although
Tapas.
I saw PINTXOS thingies back there, so I think
Yes.
you can get them anywhere.
That's the plan. I'm going to get them everywhere. But this got a real Italian sort of feel to it.
Oh, I
Lots of
think we're
people.
going off plan.
See what happens when I pay too much attention to you rather than paying attention
Yeah,
to...
look, we're all over the place.
And that's before.
That's before I've had my Vino Blanco.
Indeed. Right, let's go see whether we can find the old town. So we've just figured out that the old town is also a town that disappears. We literally are walking through, as you saw, and it's rammed. Trying to find somewhere that we could have got a seat in an Irish bar.
Oh yeah, but we just
We're not
couldn't
doing
do
that.
it.
Molly Malone's or something it was
Oh,
called.
we did also find a kebab shop.
We did. And a couple of Brits outside ordering a kebab. But yeah, so we wandered through the street, and all of a sudden we just lost the old town, and now we can't find it. Partly to do with Nicola's directions, but partly to do with the fact that it just disappeared. So now we're back on the hunt again for the old town, again.
And then a seat to get a drink.
I think we'll be standing room only. Masks on. So Nicola, we finally made it here. Oh, we got them!
And I swooped like an eagle to get the table.
This is what I have been dreaming out on. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to enjoy our evening with our cerveza, our blanco, vino blanco, and our random bits of meat.
Not quite sure what they are.
And we will catch up tomorrow when we continue our little bimble across Spain. See you in the morning.